Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome to this week's episode of Tuesday Preppers, where we look at upcoming content in the game and then go hunting for items that are going to maybe help you with that content coming up in the next couple of days. You know, we got new content coming out on Thursday. Looking at the screen right now, if we look in the news of the game, we do see that the update for the current World of Visions event is coming out. And so let's talk a little bit about the new bosses that we're going to get on Thursday, the new 3 bosses. If we look at that, as well as some other stuff, we're going to see some interesting things. So we've got these new bosses coming out. Gehenna of the Ultimate Star. Gehenna has been confirmed, according to the news, to be a demon boss with no weaknesses, which means you can use whatever element you want. It's also a low spirit fight, which means you want to bring mages if you can. But that means you can bring lots and lots of units to kind of go after Gehenna. And I don't think it'll be that difficult. But the one that is kind of reported to be fairly difficult is the next one, the Wicked Weapon, which looks awesome, I think. And it is a dragon, again, weak with spirit, so we want to bring mages. And it's weak to lightning and dark. And that's where I think a lot of people are going to have some trouble with it, because from what I've heard, the boss's defense is way disproportionately high to their spirit. So, you know, the issue there is that if you don't have really strong mages that do lightning or dark damage, you know, it can be really hard to do that. So we're going to talk about ways to shore up your damage against dragons, specifically magic damage against dragons today. We're going to go after some trial rewards that are going to help us do that. So there's that. I think it's fair. Otherwise, going to be probably pretty similar to the Dark Dragon fight that we fought in the EX battle recently. Dark Dragon, the wicked weapon fight, and then the last one here, Dark Rain. You know, we speculated that the boss might not be weak to light and might be weak to whatever element we want, like Dark Vision's final bosses usually are. We speculated wrong, and it is a demon human with light weakness. So that means you're going to be bringing, you know, the new Neovision's Fina if you have her. If not, you're going to be working on other ways to do light damage specifically. And so that's fun. This is the one that's not cappable. The other 2 are cappable, Wicked Weapon and Gehenna of the Ultimate Star. You can cap those to do maximum damage and get a, you know, do the best you can. Whereas Dark Rain, you're just loading up, taking as little damage as possible, hitting the boss as hard as you can, and, you know, doing your best. Good luck to everybody who's interested in chasing after that high score. Have fun with that. I'm not that interested in chasing after a high score. I'll get it done. I'll do a clear, but, you know, fighting against you know, variants is not something that really interests me right now. So there's that. That said, we're also getting counterattack of the Exostars. So I'm going to scroll down here to the to that, and there's it's a raid fight against the against that Exostar boss. And if we scroll down to the bottom, we also have, all the way at the bottom, the Exostars challenge, and it's 3 bosses in a row. They're all human type with machine, Aquan, and bird killer based on, you know, which level you're on. And so you would definitely want to gear for as much human as you can, and then try and work out machine, Aquan, and bird for your DPS as well. I'm thinking probably just putting Bahamut on them and doing the best you can to load up. I don't think they're that difficult from what I've heard, but, you know, so there's some tricks to them, but the important thing is they're humans, machines, Aquans, and birds. So there's that. But like I said, we're going to be focusing on how to do magic damage against dragons, because that's supposedly the fight that's going to be the hardest one. This is the hardest one that you can cap, is the Wicked Weapon fight. So let's talk a little bit about that and getting some magic dealing dragon killer stuff. All right, so we've talked about dragons before. The trial rewards that you can get good stuff for dragons are on the screen, at least magic damage for dragons. The Apollo Harp is a 75% magic damage killing harp. Magic damage harp with dragon killer on it, 75%. So that's pretty cool. Asura's Rod, also one-handed rod, 75% magic dragon killer, pretty cool. Dragon killer plus you can get from the Trial of the Dragon King, which we did last time we had dragons as a boss. And then the recipe for dragon killer plus to make even more of those, and again in the Eternal Summit. So that's awesome. And then there's some TMRs and STMRs, of course, as well. A holographic transceiver from Operative Xyrus. The Draco Spike from regular Xyrus, the Virtue Drake from Duke, and then the Pluie Saber from Hess Sage Row, and all give some amount of Dragon Killer for magic. And so to kind of get ready for the Wicked Weapon boss, I've put together a unit that I'm going to be planning on using for my clear, and that's Ibarra here. Go ahead and show you how I've got her built out. I didn't even do anything yet for her base form, but I do have her equipped with the Asura's Rod, the holographic transceiver, and then some other stuff to kind of give her as much magic as possible. But if I look here, I've got her at 200% true dual wield, 300% dragon magic killer, and 300% limit burst damage boost. So I'm hoping that that's going to be sufficient. Between that and Roberta, I'm hoping that we can get some good damage in for this boss and wipe this boss out and cap. And I don't know. We'll see. Might have to bring in some other units as well. Well, obviously bring some other units. We can't just take 2 units. That'd be boring. But let's talk a little bit about how to get the Asura's Rod. You get this from the Scorn of the Demon Wall. And I'm going to go ahead and show you that trial here. If you go to the Vortex and go to the Nemesis, Chamber of the Fallen, and it's in the Scorn section, so there are these harder ones. But what I have found is that this is not terribly difficult. This is a difficulty 300 fight against Scorn of the Demon Wall. Okay, it's only 10 energy right now, 300 difficulty. And here are the trial challenges. No items, use black magic, and defeat it within 20 turns. This trial came out a while ago, so it's not difficult. But for some reason, I didn't do it when it first came out. And when I went back and started doing trials again, after a long period of not doing trials, if I'm remembering correctly, I went in with my Ibarra and just warming up, doing my prep stuff to start doing damage on turn 2, I killed the boss without really even thinking about it. So this was one that is not that difficult. And to prove my point with that, I went in on stream tonight to try and work out a clear to try and just safely get this done. And I killed the boss on turn 1. 4 or 5 different times, just slowly kind of working down okay, let's take this out, let's take this out, let's take this out, trying to get it down as basic as possible. And I'm going to show you that what we've worked out. So I'm going to select my own unit here, and I'm going to bring Elena. Now, Elena does not have to be EX plus 3, but at least EX plus 0, so you can get access to her Sword in Peril. If you can't do Sword in Peril, I think we're still going to be okay. But here's the team that I've got worked out. So Sylvie has kind of a lot of stuff, but here's what we're going to do. We're going to take all this off. We're going to unequip all this, and we're just going to put her Super Trustmaster on, just so she has triple cast, okay? Runda, and this is going to be our tank. Runda's a free tank. I've got Runda built really well, but ultimately this ends up not being all that important. Just whatever defensive stuff you can put on. So let's make Runda a little less tanky here, and we'll put on some trial rewards instead. So we'll put on this. We'll put on trial reward shield. Here we go. Impervious shield. That's trial reward. Yeah, just whatever you want to throw on here. I don't want to make him too tanky, I honestly just hit auto, which is unnecessary. Yeah, sure. Silk Parasol, We don't need this. We just put on a regular helmet. Regular defense helmet. Okay. Trial reward. There we go. We don't need 2 of these. Just put on something else for defense. Just, again, I just hit auto, and I really didn't need to. His own arm. There we go. Okay. He's just got some stuff there. He is pretty defensive wise, but he's just gonna do a little bit of tanking for us. Not that big a deal. Waka is just wearing his own TMR item. We'll talk about Titus in a second. I could honestly just take this stuff off too. She doesn't do that much. Let's do it. Let's take this off. We'll just hit Spirit here and just put on whatever. Sure. Old items. We'll put on her own TMR. We'll put on A chain robe. She doesn't do that much for the fight, so we're just kind of trying to make this a little safer, right? Sure. Faith's Sworn Ring. That was an old reward. Anti-decay amulet. That's an old reward. Okay, I could take all this off, honestly. Like, whatever. Fina. Yeah, not important. Elena only wearing her sword here. And then Titus. This is not even my good Titus. I've got two Titus just for demonstration purposes. This one is just wearing his STMR and just some stuff, trial rewards and old items. No abilities, you know, not even a good vision card for him, just something. And that's just to help him do a little bit of damage. We're just chaining. All we're doing is chaining this boss. It does have some interesting AI, but yeah. So not that difficult. We can even have somebody die in this fight, and it's not a big deal. Okay. It starts off by just putting up some defense and spirit stuff, buffs for itself, but then Waka also does some good Waka things. That's why we like Waka. Runda is just going to cover. He's going to cover. He's going to provoke and use his attack and magic break. Nice. Sylvie is going to triple. We are going to glitter egg just for some light imbue and amplification. We'll go ahead and do Quake Refuge for earth resistance and triple cast for Titus. Or triple cast for her. It does buffs everybody. Fina is just going to double Enduring Blossom for mitigation, and then Blooming Lotus to prevent petrification. We're just going to chain bolting strikes. Here we go. Chaining those bolting strikes. And then Elena is going to do something nice. She's going to use her Sword in Peril. There we go. And she's going to go first, and they're going to join up with her. Alright, if you go below 70%, it does get a threshold attack. Usually Waka dies here. Oh, he didn't die. Look at that. Nice. Boss does some things to make itself a little more deadly. Like lowers your resistance to stone. It does all those hits. Whatever. Okay. This turn, Runda's going to just switch over to bolting striking to help chain. We're going to triple bolting striking. We're going to do bolting striking. There we go. We're going to do bolting striking. Sylvie is going to cast Black Magic to get the reward done, because if you look, use Black Magic. That's going to get us 250 trust coins. Thank you. And Fina's just going to heal us. Restore HP. And Eternal Light. Why not? Okay. And then everyone's just going to attack. I didn't even chain that well. Cool. As long as nobody dies here, we can just hit repeat. We died. Whatever. Re-raise helped us with that. Doesn't really matter. We still got 2 chainers. Right? Yeah. And we'll go ahead and imbue with light again. I could even use his limit burst if I wanted to. I don't really want to. I guess I could be using quick flash instead. I could do that, right? Here we go. That'd be even better. And that's this trial. Not particularly difficult. You can go in there and get a really nice rod, though, for Dragon Killer. We did all the rewards. No items. We beat it in 3 turns. Used black magic. We got the quest. Very easy to do. And I feel like it's not a bad weapon. Like, I mean, you saw, I've got her equipped with the holographic transceiver and Asura's rod, and I'm hitting 300% attack, or 300% dragon killer for magic. And she's still got pretty decent magic. She still, she had, we'll go back and look at it. She had, I think 5,700 magic. Yeah, 5,700. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Could be better. But, you know, with buffs and everything, she's going to be doing pretty well. I do have Roberta's Vision card on because it gives Dragon Killer, and then she's got a Bahamut for even more Dragon Killer. You know, it's there. But that's pretty much it. So definitely go in there and get the Asura's Rod if you have not done that. If you're trying to go for a magic route, which you really should be for this trial anyway. And that should be of some use to you. If you're interested in new content stuff, definitely come back on... well, no. If you're interested in the prepping type stuff, like getting ready, just like this video, definitely feel free to subscribe so you can see these when they drop. They should drop usually on Tuesday nights. You know, Tuesday preppers. We're prepping on Tuesday, so there it is. And then we do new content night over on Twitch on Thursdays, 9 p.m. Central Time, and Ask an Old Mog comes out on Fridays. So lots of stuff going on this week. I'm back in the studio and able to kind of do some recordings and some things. And there it is. It's exciting. We're fun. It's fun to be back. It's fun to be back. So if that's helpful, come back next time and we'll see you in the next video. All right. Take care.